Viewers, good night everyone. We're here once again on the Sports Frenzzyy live show, and tonight we have a very packed show to talk about. We have a lot of EPL discussion, and with me tonight, well, first let me introduce myself. I'm Levon, your host, and with me I have Bones, the Arsenal fan. We have Curtis Carr, finally popping up in the show. Man, I don't the show for the longest while, but finally on the show now. Rather controversial figure. Let me point this out. Curtis is one of Fellaini biggest supporter. Them man never want Fellaini left United. Um, we
Man,
also
go
have
do
in the
it
building
again.
Corey, and we also have the statsman Jason. Welcome, gentlemen. Ondo.
Good.
All right. First and
Excellent and
foremost, this.
improving.
All right. First and foremost, this is where we're going to start the discussion. Um, we have seen quite a lot of football action this season so far. After the amount of games that has been played so far, right? What do you think of United overall so far, Corey?
United.
Yeah.
Um, to summarize the season thus far, I think we punch above our weight with the squad that we have. I think we're too much dependent on Bruno Fernandes and Rashford, and I think because of that, over the last 5 to 6 games, we let the lead slip away, and especially with the fact that Man City got 10 points clear, we were too much dependent on Rashford and Bruno. So overall, I will sum up the season and give them a 7 out of 10 thus far.
Wow, that's very high. But
That's very high.
that's very high. Let me ask you a question, Jason. Jason, the club across from United, that City. What do you make of City season so far, and do you think they're alright? The reason why I'm basing this argument, right? I saw an argument the other day that United forward need to click better, and the counter argument was that if you look at City forwards aren't really scoring much goals. It's the midfield that is actually scoring as well because Gundogan and Phil Foden are the leading goal scorers so far. What's your take on Manchester City so far, Jason?
Well, I mean, overall, they would feel as if they are having a very good season. I know they started off poorly. At one point in November, they were as far as 11th after losing to Tottenham, but they have rebounded. They have rebounded like greatly so far this season. We have seen something that is uncharacteristically not Manchester City with how well their defense has coped with so many clean sheets. They are now 17 games won in a row. They're in a cup final, which is City Cup, because I mean they've won it. This will be like what their fourth successive final in the Carabao Cup. Looking to make a statement in the Champions League. I made a statement to say that they were the only probably one nailed on to finish top four this season based on the gap that is between them and fifth place. And City's midfielders, to your point, City's midfielders have had to step up. They have had no choice because Aguero has been largely injured for a majority of the season. Gabriel Jesus has been in and out of the team, and he's not always been the most clinical either. So, I mean, City have done well to be in this position at this moment in time.
All right. Over to the Arsenal man, Bones. What do you make of your season so far? Because it has been a start of season for you. What's your view on your season so far?
Well, it has been much of a disappointing season for us. Despite the fact that Arsenal has been struggling over the past decade, year in year out. Um, this is something that we are not used to because in those times we would be competing for top four, whether it be a close fourth or finishing third or second in the league. So to come into a season where it's on and off. It's really disappointing. We look as supporters, we look forward to what Arteta was going to do this season in a full season. Yes, we are seeing things that are very encouraging and signs that are very encouraging, but it has been an half season where Arsenal get a hope up today and then they beat Manchester United today, and then tomorrow they go and they lose against Sheffield United, which is it's just pretty much it dampers your spirit. But on and off season, if I should rate this season, I'd probably give it a 4 out of 10, seeing that we are sitting in 10th. So and it's going to be very hard. I think the closest thing we can do is just try and catch Liverpool as best as possible. At least I get a easier part if you catch Liverpool, knowing that you finish either before the champions or you and them level on points at the end of the season. That would be probably one of the sweetest things. But 4 out of 10 seasons so far for Arsenal.
Curtis, now I'm going to bring you in. You're one of those fans that you pick up for a lot of players, yes, some like average players, just blunt, straightforward. You pick up for some average players, yet you're one of the most vocal when it comes on to as we would say, cuss out Rashford. What's the reason for that? Because even into the Chimney Cup that was being played yesterday, you're all over cussing the man for what? What exactly is your view on Marcus Rashford and the United forward line itself?
All right, Rashford. It seems like with Rashford, the more the number on the back came down, seems like so did the IQ. I mean, this brother, me feel him have the potential to do so much, have so much. I mean, Arsenal to achieve so much, and sometimes when I see some chance with the man, sometimes when I see some decision, I have to really wonder because I expect that things from the man. That's why I'm so critical of him, because I feel and I know that he can do a lot better. Well, overall, the forward line, it can click, but I feel that sometimes we play too much isoball, too selfish at times. So if we can get that camaraderie and that chemistry together, I think we can do great things. But the selfish ball game, brother, we have to cut that out.
But some fans are saying that, for instance, with a Greenwood, right? Because Greenwood has somewhat take up the selfish ball game as well. They're saying it's probably the best for him because they want him. A lot of fans want him to go on further to greater things, right? They're saying that his unselfish play at times may have resulted in again Rashford missing chances and things like those. So they're saying that with him not being selfish, instead of passing the ball to Rashford and man like that, he decided to go it on his own. You on the other hand is saying that he has become so selfish that he's falling into the same trap that Rashford has fallen into.
Playing in your teammates, because remember, selfish ball game are one thing, brother, but playing smart is also a part of the game. So if you go do the same things over and over and over again, which I see Mason Greenwood doing, I see him cutting down the right, going close to the byline and then shooting. At the time, he can cut back the ball. Understand? So many times I see him going down the line, and he's shooting all the time, and always missing. So I'm saying, all right, if you go down there 2 times this game, right, you know, work out for your punish shot. All right, try to cut back the third time. But you go down there all the time and shoot. So if you say that itself will also have a negative impact on your teammates as well, because they are big players making runs, expecting you to cut back the ball to them. In the ball never come in, know what can happen. Them shoot the man in the air and say, boy, you know, I don't say to make a run for this man because I'm never get the ball. So that can affect the whole chemistry of the team as well. And that is one of my big fears.
Okay, so next thing we want to discuss is the upcoming fixtures that will take place over this weekend. Earlier on today, we saw Wolves taking on Leeds, and Wolves ended up getting a 1-0 victory after an own goal by Ian Millier, in which one of our panelists is arguing that the goal should have been given to Adama Traore. But
Exactly.
if he followed the rules of football, he would actually know that the shot wasn't on target because the shot actually hit the bar, then rebounded off the keeper. And with the football rule, it says that if a shot hit the post, it's simply not on target.
On target. Yeah.
Bones, you are the man that mentioned it. What's your take on the game itself? And as we go along, we want to discuss these specific teams. So first and foremost, what's your take on the Wolves against Leeds United match?
Well, if you look at the game, it was just a moment of brilliance from Adam Traore that gave Wolves the victory today. When if for those of who watched the game, it was a game of both attacking football and both ends. Both teams got adequate amount of opportunity to have won the game, even more than the 1-0 that was won. Because even after Wolves scored, Leeds got a beautiful chance where they could have equalized as well. But it was, as I said, it was a game of two ends. Anyone could have won, but it was just a simple moment of brilliance from Adam Traore that gave.
Adama.
Huh?
Adama Traore.
Okay, that gave Wolves the victory at the end of the day. Leeds, listen, Leeds will always come. Leeds will never, under the coach that Leeds have, they will never change how they play football. Never, no matter who they are playing, they will never change from the attacking football that they play. Never, they don't fear anyone. And if they say Leeds created a lot of chances not to win. Yes, they created a lot of chances not to win, but also you have to give the Wolves goalkeeper a lot of credit because he made crucial saves during the game as well. So the goalkeeper did his job for Wolves today, and then Traore just turned up, and that was the difference in the game today. But yeah, for me, it was a game of two ends, and Wolves got the win at the end of the day. Not deserve. If you ask me, it's not deserving, but they got the victory.
All right, so here's Fabi Frano, one of our viewers who is watching from the YouTube channel, our next handle. He's saying that Leeds created too many chances to not win. I want to bring in Curtis on this one as well. Wolves overall this season, right? We spoke about it on a previous show with Shakes, and we're talking about them, and we're saying that when they switched to the back four, things weren't working out for them, and ever since they went back to the back three, it seems like they have finally kind of hit some sort of form. And news came out earlier on that Raul Jimenez is back in training and slowly getting back to fitness. But since he has gone down, you expected that some of the other players would have stepped up. But to be honest, it's only Pedro Neto has somewhat stepped up to the fore and he's actually bringing Wolves on his shoulder. What do you think about that?
Well, I think when they lost Raul Jimenez, I think that really hit them a lot. You see, the punch that they had up front, they really lost it. They brought in the youngster Silva. I think his name is Silva.
Yeah, man. Silva.
He never worked out that well. I mean, like Adama used to cut down the right, ping those balls into Raul. They were working for Fabi. I don't know if it's because of his size or he's just not enough in the area, but that just wasn't working out well for them when they lost Raul Jimenez. I think they went back to, was it Catron, and had to send him back on loan because he wasn't working out.
Yeah, they sent him back to Valencia. Well, they didn't give him much of a game time still, but they already agreed a deal in principle to sign William Jose, so that was the sole basis of them just letting Catron join Valencia.
Right.
William Jose has come in, and he hasn't really hit the ground running.
Yeah, right. So far, he hasn't really picked up. So they are suffering somewhat in that area as well. Pedro Neto is someone I like a lot. This kid, I think he has places to go, and also Daniel Podence also had another dimension to the game. Very tricky player, like him a lot as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing Wolves having a better second half. As you say, Raul Jimenez now back in training, so I expect him back in the team, and hopefully they can kick on from here.
All right, so take a look at Leeds now, and Corey, I've realized one thing with this Leeds team. Whenever Calvin Phillips is out, they tend not to do as well as when he's in the team. What do you make of their season so far, and who in that Leeds team has impressed you?
Leeds is that team that I love to watch. No matter who they're playing, I love to watch them. They could be playing Brighton, Sheffield Man U, I just love to watch them. They are very attacking. As I said, Calvin Phillips is their driving force in that middle of the park right here. And whenever he's out, they don't perform up to standard. And as what Bowen said earlier, Leeds will attack and attack and attack. Take, for example, the game against Arsenal the other day, 4-2. They were down 4-0 and they came back. They have even draw the game, in my opinion. The Man U game 6-2 hours. They could have even scored some more goals. But overall, I would sum up Leeds and
Corey,
said,
hold on a second. I'm still hearing the baffling sound. Could you start that out a bit for us, please? Jason, I'm going to move on from that for now. And tomorrow morning at 7:30 we see Southampton taking on Chelsea. Your take on that match itself, with Southampton facing a lot of injured crisis. Kyle Walker-Peters down injured, Theo Walcott out injured, and I think his name is Diallo also, the midfielder. He's also out as well. I see this one going tomorrow with Chelsea on a good run of form, hasn't lost under Tuchel thus far. So how you see this one going tomorrow?
Ralph Hasenhutt must be cursing his luck, the amount of injuries he's had, especially of late. At one point, Southampton were leading the league table, and they have just experienced a bit of a free fall. But this was also reminiscent of the last time. The last one of their recent fixtures to United 9-0. This was a similar run of form that they experienced after they lost to Leicester last season 9-0. It just took them a while to kind of get back. But as they pointed out, I think the injuries have hurt them. They're coming up against a very resurgent Chelsea side who has finally cracked into a top 4 place and will be looking to cement their status and push as far as they can with a more experienced manager in Thomas Tuchel. So I suspect that Chelsea will be winning this one by a clear 2. So I'm going for 2-0 to Chelsea.
Bones, how you see this one going?
You're just with the farm that the new manager has gotten Chelsea into. It is hard to see them losing. They went from probably 400 or 500 passes per game under Lampard to over 700 to 800 per game under the new manager. So I'm looking forward to. You see the thing about the Chelsea team that I am most fascinated with about now is the German coach with the German players. If he can bring out the best in them, right?
Thus far,
which he has, if he continues to bring out the best in them, then this Chelsea team is going to be one to compete for the title. Probably not this season, but next season. So tomorrow's game against Southampton. With the farm that Southampton is in, at one point Southampton was like stop the count when they were on top of the league. I think they would want the count to continue now. So I'm just thinking that it's going to be an easy win for Chelsea. I'm looking at probably 3 or 4-0 victory, to be honest. I'm looking for a high scoring game against Southampton with a Chelsea win.
But Bones, so I could stop in a track just now when you mentioned about their passing has improved from 400 to over 700 under Tuchel vis-a-vis against Lampard. In a sense, in a boss, I know that passes in football is sometimes overrated because I can have 800 to 900 passes in you just make 100 passes and you beat me at 4 or 5-0. It's what you do with the ball that counts.
Yeah. Well, let me say they are much more comfortable playing now than they were under Frank Lampard.
So your argument makes sense.
Yeah, they are much more comfortable now. They are free flowing. They are, it's like the manager came in and he just dropped a whole bunch of burden off the players' back. Alonso is back, who you think wouldn't even get back at another chance in the team. And trust me, he's doing really well. You see him now and you wonder what the hell Frank Lampard was thinking. right?
No man, not
So,
necessarily Bones. All right, if you look at it in a boss, the thing is Alonso is good as an attacker. However, when it comes down to defensive contribution, Alonso is a bug, and that's why Lampard went out to get Ben Chilwell because Chilwell is more balanced than Alonso. So, in a sense, brother, I could understand why he wasn't really playing him. And then
well,
again, then again, two different coaches with two different philosophy and systems because if you notice that this coach tend to play three at the back sometimes using wing backs and things like that while Lampard on the other hand most of the times they normally use four at the back.
yeah, that are true, that are true. But as me said, the Chelsea players they look more comfortable now, and with comfort comes better. The chemistry will improve much faster, and they'll start playing better football, which they have been doing so far since the new coach came in. So I'm sticking with 4-0. I can't see nothing else, honestly.
All right, boss man. Next up we see Burnley taking on West Brom. Curtis, I see this one going on. Before I get your views on it, first and foremost, I have to say that Bones was one of the more that was saying that he want Shandash to go down. But I said to him that this man will know how to get this Burnley team out of trouble, and so said so done because
True.
all they need now is just 13 points to survive the drop,
Yeah,
and they
true.
have a possible like 14 games to go. So, and they also, if you look at it, Burnley has been on a decent run of form, to be honest. Because what the previous match they won 3-0 against Crystal Palace, so you actually see them playing some good football, unlike the Burnley that we have become accustomed to, where they just keep on playing all defensive. This season, it seems to be a different side, and it's not only them that has surprised me somewhat, Even Crystal Palace under Right Hudson. Normally, say them man they are strictly defensive ball game, but this season it seems like everything has changed. Well, probably it's because they don't have the fans in the stadium, but things have changed. So, Curtis, let's see this one going tomorrow.
West Brom versus Burnley. One of those games that might be typically difficult to call, knowing the type of managers and how they would set up their teams. But with Burnley, they are one of the teams that I always have a problem when my team playing them. Man, them just hatted. But they're a team that set up defensively solid first, and then they will try to hit you with those long balls, again to those big strikers up top, Barnes and Chris Wood, to get it knock off and to see one pick it up and see if he can go for the goal. West Brom and some other guys, they will always try to set up defensive as well and then push from there. I think they have some very good attackers that can hurt you on their days. So Pereira and Gallagher can do their thing. So but for this one, I think I'm gonna go with Burnley to clinch it 2-1.
Corey, your scoreline?
A 1-1 draw.
All right, boss. Next up, we'll see Liverpool taking on Everton in the Merseyside derby. A match that pulls some punches, yes, even though Liverpool isn't really in any good form. And also at Anfield, it seems like anybody can beat them at Anfield. But that aside, Everton lost 3-1 to Manchester City earlier this week. So, Jason, where's this one going?
I'm sure if Demo was here, you would hear the big speech about 1999, which is the last time Everton beat Liverpool at Anfield. Um, for me, with Liverpool's big drop off, and it has been a very big drop off, with a 30-point difference between this season and last, coming up against a resurgent Everton side under a very good manager in Carlo Ancelotti. I mean, 12 out of the last 19 Merseyside derbies have resulted in a draw, and I really think that is where it is heading. Liverpool has not won their last 5 matches at home, and Everton are unbeaten in their last 7 away from home. So the stats would probably point mostly to a draw or an Everton win, But where Liverpool is concerned, I can't discount them. But for me, I can't really separate them. So I'm going for a 1-1 draw between the two Merseysiders.
All right, Bones, what's your scoreline prediction for this one?
Honestly, as on a personal perspective, I hate to give my view on a derby, to be honest, because for me, a derby can go anywhere. A team can a team can be bottom of the table. Arsenal can be bottom of the table, and Tottenham at the top, and Derby Day Arsenal beat them 6-0. Me just really not like. But if you're looking at what Jason said, and you're looking at the farm of both teams in terms of winning away for Everton, or holding a good record away for Everton, and the farm that Liverpool is in at home, then probably you'll be leaning towards a Everton win. But to be honest, I'm leaning towards more like a 2-all draw tomorrow in this game. 2-all draw tomorrow in this game. I can't. Ancelotti is a very smart coach. It was just unfortunate and against City the other day for them. City is just totally in a class of their own. So I'm seeing a 2-all draw. I'm seeing a 2-all draw with my boy. He will be scoring one of the goals tomorrow.
So here's one of our commenters, Real Eden Chelsea Daily, saying that Everton playing like trash also. I hope it's a draw. Who will win their Champions League game midweek, so they'll look to carry that momentum into the derby. Well, all we have to do is just play the wait and see game. Next up, we see Fulham, who finally got a victory the other day again. Doing decent, taking on Sheffield United. Sheffield they started off the year good, and then reality start to hit them again, where they just go on a losing patch. Even though, to be honest, they haven't been playing that badly, but it's just not their season, and this is the season that they'll get relegated. Corey.
It's all about sure for Sheffield going down. Chris Wilder, and I know deep down in his guts he said yes, we're going down. Fulham playing some good football. I don't say anything but a Fulham win, probably 2-1 or 2 goals to the right there.
All right. Curtis. How you see this one panning out? Fulham has been playing very good, yes. We agree on that. Sheffield now, they just lack a goal scorer, boss man. There's absolutely nobody up there to actually put the ball in the back of it, because they have created opportunities. Just that the ball is not sticking, and they spent 28 million on a waste of a buy in Ryan Brewster. So, Curtis, what do you think on that?
I think the results are very unkind to Sheffield this season. If we look at their games, they haven't been losing games by huge margins. 1 goal or 2 goals here. So I just think they've been suffering from a lack of results going in their direction. Fulham, on the other hand, now, I think they are a team that I like to watch. I think they play very good football. Although the results again haven't gone in their favor. They have must come up with a lot of draws in their game as well. But come tomorrow, I'm looking to see Fulham take this game probably by 2 goals to 0.
Jason, your scoreline?
I say 1-0 to Fulham. Fulham.
What's your scoreline? And just your scoreline I want.
Me I go with Sheffield if we win 1-0 though.
Alright, congrats Fulham. Curtis, we're going to stick with you because this is one of your favorite players as well. You're a big fan of one Jesse Lingard, and you see Jesse Lingard taking on one of your favorite managers in Jose Mourinho tomorrow. Not tomorrow, on Sunday at 7 a.m. Where see this one going?
West Ham versus Tottenham. West Ham, they are on a pretty good run of farm. They made this acquisition in Soucek, I think, is a player doing very well for them this season. Tottenham been very hot and cold. But I just think that Tottenham is taking on the form of their manager. A lot of coward plays, right? I saw them play, I think it was the second game they played against City, and all I could see is just a souped up Burnley. They were just pinging all long balls, all long balls. I just couldn't understand when Tottenham started playing this type of game. But funny enough, though, I'm gonna go with Tottenham for this one. I see Tottenham taking this one by 2-1.
Just watch what for Jesse Lingard to dance on the London Stadium, boss man. Just watch.
He wants to stop Burnley.
But Corey, what's your scoreline?
This is a derby match, right? A London derby.
London.
Yes, sir.
West Ham home, right?
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna go for a Tottenham close encounter, probably 2-1.
All right, Jason, your scoreline.
I mean, I actually think it's going to be a draw, a 1-1 draw.
And Bones, what's your scoreline prediction?
Last game was Tottenham was leading 3-0, and then one guy named Mr. Lanzini came on and scored a beauty. Honestly, may I go with a 2-2 draw tomorrow in this game.
All right, and as always, we're not leaving out our commenters, and here's Shaki saying that Lingard looks as if he found his comfort zone in West Ham. It's great to see how he looks for the rest of the season. Agreed upon. Lingard has gone to a place where he should have been a long time ago. Lingard is a mid-table club player, and that's where he belongs. Next up, our next cagey fixture, a fixture that can either go either way. We see the two English playmakers, the two that are going after it right now, Jack Grealish and James Maddison. Aston Villa taking on Leicester City.
Big game.
Jason.
Boy, the battle of the playmakers indeed. But what Southgate start Mason Mount over it for them. Anyways, for me, I think Villa have blown hot and cold this season. Leicester has shown more consistency. I know Leicester would probably be demoralized because of their result yesterday against Slavia Prague, and I think that might take a bit of a toll on them. The Thursday-Sunday thing is not the most ideal scenario for any club to experience.
All right, Jason, stick up in right there. You mentioned a thing about the Slavia Prague game. Boss man, you actually realize how awful the pitch was in that game.
Yeah.
Honestly, the pitch in that game looked as if you were playing on a pitch out here in Jamaica. To be honest,
I same thing with Russia because the conditions were horrible for Leicester. The conditions were horrible. So that definitely played a hand in the result. But overall, Leicester are going to want to bounce back. But I think Villa will probably show more energy in this game and probably want to stamp their authority a bit because they've lost a bit of momentum as of recently. That would be the same Villa that we have probably come to suspect this season, the overachieving Villa. So overall, I am probably going for a 2-2 draw regardless, because even though Leicester are going to be demoralized, as I said, you just can't discount their away form this season. So I think a 2-2 draw would be most likely result.
all right, Curtis, your scoreline.
I'm gonna go with Aston Villa in this one. I'm gonna go with Aston Villa in this one. I see Aston Villa taking this one 2-1.
All right, why come to that conclusion?
All right, Aston Villa, I think they have bounced back really well after knocking down the doors of relegation last season. I think they have hit the ground in the new season very well. John McGinn, Louise in the middle of the park doing some great work for them. I think also Traore out there on the left. I think he's doing very well for them. Last but not least, Jack Grealish.
Curtis, stick up in. One thing I can say about you, boss man. Yo, love the bug them in a boss, man. Jeez, man, this man really
The
Bertrand
man is
Cherry. Brother,
doing well for Villa.
Bertrand Cherry has been bug for the man. The
The
man, if you
man
actually
is
look,
doing well for Villa. You're not watching him.
Curtis,
The man is doing well for
Curtis,
Villa.
Curtis, listen. I watched that man, and the man has been up
He,
and down,
he,
hot and cold.
he has been doing well for Villa, brother. So, you
Curtis,
know what
let me
again.
ask, Curtis, answer this question. Has he been more consistent than inconsistent this season?
Well,
Inconsistent.
I haven't watched all of Aston Villa's game. After
All right, then.
Aston Villa's
You
games.
answer my question. You answer my question.
I haven't watched all of their games, but in the games that I've seen him, he's done well. He's done well for them.
All right, Curtis. Let me tell you about Bertrand Cherry. One thing he's good at this season is that he has been consistently inconsistent for most part.
No, we're talking about Bertrand Cherry now for Aston Villa. Don't
Yeah, man,
judge man what you are.
Bertrand Cherry for Aston Villa, I'm talking about boss, man. He has been consistently inconsistent. Yeah, he has flashes here and
Well,
there, but to be honest,
well,
we just got you.
he started out the season slowly, that I can admit to, because I remember in the beginning of the season he started out slowly, but of late he's been very good for them.
Alright, I'm not kill it, but now I still they like the bug them. God no. But
Yeah, the
continue.
man. Give Caesar his due, man.
But
Give Caesar his
look at
due.
it though. This game will come down to which team is actually sharper in front of goal, to be honest. And Oli Watkins has been doing well for Aston Villa season. When you
Very
talk
sharp.
about players that has done well for them, you talk about Oli Watkins, Jack Grealish, and players of those realms. You know, don't talk about man like Bertrand Cherry. You
But
speak like man who come off the bench like Trezeguet and like Anwar El Ghazi. But
Yeah.
all in all, though, I expect a cage fixture tomorrow in which we said that the thing is that Aston Villa tend to blow hot and cold. This match, they look absolute beautiful. And then next match, man, they just play flat. Leicester on the other hand now, Leicester away from has been one of the best in the league this season. And even though they played on a crappy pitch the other day in which it looked really awful. And it was away from home as well, and then they go away this time again. But the thing is that they're professionals, even though they're missing quite a few players that I pointed out on the previous live. They're missing James Justin, they're also missing Fofana, Wes Morgan, even though he hardly plays for them. But they're missing quite a few players. But all in all, we expect them to come through, and Leicester will probably. I see this match as a match that will go for 1.5 for the betters. I see both teams scoring this one. GG. Corey, what sort of scoreline you expecting this one?
I only expect a Leicester win. That's all I can expect right now. Leicester want to go back into second place. As what my panelist said, Kurt, the Scotsman. Leicester gonna the Thursday Sunday thing gonna kill them, but I know they're gonna treat this game as a final and they want to go back in second place. I expect Leicester to win 2-1.
Bones, how you see this one going?
Honestly, with the game that Leicester played, and I'm just thinking about it. I was going to go with a Leicester win, but then I'm starting to think I'm starting to think about it a little bit deeper, and I'm saying that the type of game and everything that went on with Leicester over Thursday, and Aston Villa getting much needed more rest. I'm going to go with Aston Villa actually upsetting Leicester City 2-1. Yeah.
But why do you see this as being an upset?
Well, upset. Probably shouldn't use the word upset, but if you look at it, why would I really say upset is because the last two seasons.
All right, pick up in Bones. I'm getting a feedback in one of your guys' background. What is? All right,
So-
better.
Yes.
So finish up, Bones.
Yes, since the last two seasons under Brendan Rodgers, Leicester has been doing really well, and they're expected to they're still doing well. You can't beat against where they are in the league right now. So that's why I'm saying it would probably be an upset for Brendan Rodgers if he actually lose the game on Sunday. And counting to the fact that if he wants to be in the position that he is in now and continue to be in that position, this is a game that he needs to win. He needs to win this game because we know if Demo was here, Demo would probably tell you how much of a choker Brendan Rodgers is, and it ain't no joke. He's a choker, and if he wants to stay up there, he
Madness.
needs to win this game.
Madness. Disagree with you, but carry on.
Choke last week. He didn't choke last week.
What you consider choke last season? All right, Bones. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Just like the Liverpool, some of the Liverpool fans can say that because Van Dijk and all those players are down, that's the reason why they're performing so poor this season, right? Last season when Leicester was performing good, for a vast majority of the back end of the season, in which that was the point where things started to come boil down to the end of the season. Their most influential player, James Maddison, was out injured. So if your most influential player is out injured, how would you equate that to being choking?
How would I equate that to being choking? Listen, for me can't tell you this straight off the top of my head. Football is not just about one player. If you create a team, then that team supposed to can bring you the same added amount of success that a one added player would give you. Yes, a player can change a team. Everybody know that. But at the end of the day, the position and the confidence that Leicester City had that season shouldn't have finished in the position that they finished in because of one player. Honestly, that is just
that man is very influential. And all right, Bones, I can use one argument and kill that, Look at Tottenham this season, right? Whatever Hurricane has gone down, what's Tottenham?
The word of me did I use, me just I remember, so we not talk freely. They look ordinary. They look very ordinary. But we know Hurricane. But Levan, you cannot compare Hurricane to
man. Stop, man. Don't do that, man. Because we just catch you and give an uppercut underneath the short rib, so you try to run from the argument. Don't do it.
Not run. Me are telling you, cannot compare the two man.
Boss man, it's the same scenario. You could alright. Technically, right now you can call Leicester James Maddison team if you want to. Some might call it Jamie Vardy. I'm saying a lot of people might say this team is a James Maddison team. Some might say it's a Jamie Vardy. Just like with Tottenham, some might say it's a Hurricane team, some might say it's a Sun team. So it's just the same scenario, boss. One go down, the next one don't perform well. Simple as that.
Well,
that man is some years, man. The man didn't choke last season.
Me not see that. A man choke.
Let's move on to the next fixture where we'll see Arsenal taking on Man City. And let me just read out some stats right here. Arsenal have lost their last 7 league games against Man City. The Gunners have only ever lost more consecutively against Leeds, 8 times between 1973 and 1976. Since losing 2-1 at the Emirates in December 2015, Man City are unbeaten in their last 10 Premier League meetings with Arsenal, scoring at least twice in 9 of those games. Arsenal have failed to score in their last 3 home league games against Man City, losing each time. The Gunners have never failed to find the net in 4 consecutive home league games against an opponent in history. Man City beat Arsenal 4 at Emirates earlier this season in a League Cup tie. Only 2 teams have ever won at the Gunners twice in the same season. Nottingham Forest in 1987-88 and Aston Villa 93-94. And last but not least, Arsenal have won just 3 of their last 18 Premier League games against the side's 13th day of the game in the top spot. Winning 3, drawing 4 and losing 11, winning last time out against Liverpool in July 2022. Their last 1 consecutive such games in August 2007, when the second win in that run came at home to Man City. After all that, the floor is all yours now, Bones.
The thing what we can't understand about our host on this show, is that we spend the entire day today, or however long, gone into stats, which he never ever do in our lifetime yet since we did on this show. This is really, really interesting. I think you probably wrote a book there in front of you. The amount of stuff you just read out a while ago. Can we really do it? I don't know. Leicester is City is in the farm of their life, and all I can say is before the show started, I was saying to Levan that Someone is going to beat City at some point this season. And I'm hoping that it is going to be on Sunday. I hope it will start on Sunday. Somebody is going to beat somebody is going to beat City this season. And it is not going to be a top club. It is not going to be a top club, and considering the circumstances that Arsenal is in right now, Arsenal is not a top club. So I'm looking for an Arsenal or a Leeds or a Aston Villa or one of those teams to get the better of City. And I am very much positively sure, and I can count I can count everything and put everything and lay out everything on the table right now. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and everybody else in the comment section that are Manchester United supporters would love for Arsenal to beat Manchester City on Sunday. Every single one of them would have loved for Arsenal win on Sunday. However, I am going to disappoint you guys. The teacher is going to outsmart the student on Sunday. Arsenal is going to lose 1-0.
So here's Stefano McIntyre saying that Arsenal has ended every one of Pep's runs with his teams. Will be interesting. So, Owens, what you said, you're using reverse psychology right here, because generally when you said that your team would win, you know what happens. And then, on the contrary, when you said the other team will win, you know what happened. But also, here's El Pistolero for saying that City will outplay Arsenal. It's slim chance that Arsenal beat City, but they have beaten them before. City will take this game with the De Bruyne back and with the game to be with De Bruyne back and likely to play.
I think De Bruyne will start still. I think he might start, but yeah, it's going to be an entertaining game. Arteta more than likely will go with the same team that played over the weekend, and if he played in the week, and if he plays that team, Arsenal are actually in a. They will have chances. It's just how wasteful they will be in the game, and that's my worry with Arsenal. They will become very, very wasteful when they get their chances, and that's just it. If you're going to beat
City, about this season has been very wasteful.
Oh Lord, the goal the man missed in the week, oh my word! But you know, it's you just have to call a spade, and this spade is right now. City is just too good for Arsenal to beat. That's just it. That's just the plain truth.
All right, so round table. Curtis, how you see this match finishing?
Well, De Bruyne got some good minutes under his belt versus Everton in midweek, so I think he will start against Arsenal.
Stick up in over who?
Exactly.
I see them going with Gundogan, Rodri, and Kevin De Bruyne in midfield.
Over who? Answer the question, boss.
So that means that thing they get Foden, I get bench.
Across the front line, I expect to see Foden, Sterling, and Jesus.
So you're saying that Bernardo Silva will be the one to get bench?
I don't think Mahrez or Bernardo Silva will start.
No, sir. And man, that's hard to see, honestly.
But give me a scoreline prediction, Curtis.
I don't see scoring less than 3 goals in this game, and it's gonna be very difficult with the fact that Arsenal front line is on. See them scoring against City, so I'm gonna go with 3-0 City.
All right, Jason, your scoreline. And do you expect De Bruyne to be back in the starting lineup? That is.
I mean, he came on midweek against Everton. Pep would probably be tempted to go with him from the bench again, just to kind of manage him. But for me, straightforward answer: 18 straight wins for City.
All right, Corey, your scoreline prediction for this game?
City 4-1.
How much?
4-1 Man City.
You know, Levan, just one more thing. You know, I feel better when me I say Arsenal I lose though. Like every time I hear I say 3-0, 1-0, 4-1. It just pain me hard to hear Una say. God no, I'm not fit happy, man. That's Christ.
Alright, so Bones,
Yeah.
here's one of our commenters once again, and this is direct at you because you're the one who said that you expect this game to be entertaining. So Stefano is also saying that I don't think Arteta is gonna be that attacking against City. Won't be the same team from midweek. Might be a back three.
To be honest, Arteta know that he cannot win the game. So why go in the game go defend? Go play some football if you ask me.
What
You don't
did
need
you just say? What do you just said?
No, me I say Arteta knows he cannot win the game based on that is.
Hold on, boss man. What do you mean by cannot win the game?
I know me
Boss man,
says
is this negative mindset and if you cut out, man? Why
I
you think the
know,
man
I know,
can't
no,
actually win
I
it?
mean, Levan, that's how the man basically come out today and say
So,
in an
so
interview.
small team mentality, man.
That's how when come out today and say in an interview, he
Well,
said,
Bones, I can
City,
understand still because you said it earlier and that Arsenal is a small team. So yeah, I
yeah,
understand.
we are smart team this season. Everybody just have to wake up and real. Any Arsenal fan that will not. The problem with Arsenal fans is that why they continue to end up in the psychiatric ward of any hospital is because they continue to fool themselves that Arsenal is a big club. Arsenal is not a big club. We lose that title long time ago. And until we get back there, then on a brain of that madness. Yo,
All right, my boss.
Arteta come out today. Arteta come out today and Arteta say City and Pep Guardiola, they are the best team in Europe right now. And it is hard to beat them. Zane, very hard to beat them. So basically you give up already. So me I say Arteta, no need to come into the game, come defend, come out, play some football, give Aubameyang, Smith Roy and Odegaard and Saka freedom, let them go roll. Make them roll in a drum and roll in a something.
All right, boss. All right,
Yeah,
boss.
just come play some football Sunday.
All right, so move on to the next fixture. And the next fixture we'll see Man United taking on Newcastle. I'm going to start off with Curtis with this one. Curtis, do you expect to see the $80 million cone and Lindelof to start this one? As you guys refer to them as.
Well, when they're playing at home, sometimes I just wish we could go across to Wembley and play all our home games there. I always worry when United have home games. But Solskjaer believes that his best centre back pairing is Lindelof and Maguire, obviously. So I don't understand why really, but that's how he sees it. So I do expect them to start against Newcastle from this weekend, right? I'm hoping that we won't start slowly, but it's just something that happens when we play at home, especially. That always happens. I don't know why, but I do see us getting the better of Newcastle from this weekend. Giving up a goal as usual, but I'm gonna go with a 3-1 United.
Here's El Pistiller saying that Man U will win. Newcastle cannot defend, but all right. To address that comment, we could have came on the show the previous live and said that West Brom can't defend, so you expect United to win, and guess what? The match drew. So, boss man, you know what, Jason? What's your take on the match itself?
For me, I am going to agree with Frano a bit and hear why you kinda expect that sort of performance from our West Brom team, and we have had difficulty against them recently. Newcastle, I think they're still missing Fabian Schär. Of course, Callum Wilson is still injured. But one player on his day for Newcastle who can be as unplayable as they come when he's on form is Alan Saint-Maximin. So I don't, whoever is going to have to defend against him, whether he plays on the left or right or wherever, is going to have a very busy time at that. With that being said, United have had back-to-back 4-1 wins against Newcastle. And the starting thing slowly, that just ingrained in United, because even though we won yesterday against Sociedad, we still started the game slowly. Where Sociedad, if they were more clinical, they could have scored. So that is just something that has been an overall problem this season. So I think it would be in United's best interest to score first and try to, stamp their authority on the game from early. And if they do that, then it can be a blowout. Because Newcastle has been woefully off form. But I think based on the results that the teams below them have been getting, I think that is saving face for Newcastle right now. So overall, I think United will come out on top. A 3-0 victory.
All right, Corey, quickly.
I would be surprised if Bruno Fernandes score again on Monday to shut up the haters again. Especially Shakes, who says he's world class. I'm looking for a United victory, a comfortable victory, probably by 3 goals to 1 or 3-0. Right.
All right, Bones. Me not say that I wish Newcastle win that game, so I don't really need to ask you the question. I say Newcastle to win 2-1.
No, man. Corey, first of all, Bruno will score on Sunday. That's what he does. Score against small teams. Anyways, carry on. No, man. Manchester United, second in the league. Looking to cut City's gap.
All right, quickly, Bones, and stop carry on with this. Quickly.
All right. Easy win for Manchester United. 3-0 on Sunday. Easy one in the
All right, so next up with the last fixture of the weekend, which will take place on Monday at 3 p.m. We see Brighton, who are somewhat of an upturning form as well, taking on Crystal Palace, who are slowly regressing. Curtis, how you see this finishing, or how you see this one going?
All right, so yeah, as you pointed out, Crystal Palace has suffered a slump lately. Brighton, they're on the up and up, so I go with Brighton for this one, 2-1.
All right, Curtis, how you see this one? Curtis. Corey, how you see this one finishing?
Brighton 2-1. Brighton playing some attractive football. They're at home, and I expect them to carry on their home form, even though it's been awful. But they just take that victory recently, so I expect Brighton to win 2-1.
All right, Jason, your scoreline prediction?
1-1. Brighton's home form generally hasn't been all that good, so I'm going for a draw.
All right, Bones, let's see this one finishing.
I'm actually looking at Crystal Palace to use their experience and get a 1-0 victory.
All right, with that being said, we'll come to the wrap up of the English Premier League games that will take place over the weekend. Which game do you guys think is the best game to look forward to? Starting with Bones.
Aston Villa versus Leicester.
Curtis.
That's the exact fixture I'm thinking of as well. That's the one I'm going to go with as well. Really looking forward to seeing that one.
Jason.
I'll be sitting with my popcorn watching City and Arsenal.
Expect a boring one. Corey.
City and Arsenal, because I'm expecting over 4.5 goals.
Whoa. All right. So with that being said, guys, we have come to the end of the live. Guys, we have come to the end of the live, and it was once again a successful live. And I want to say thank you to all our viewers. You guys have been here with us from the get-go, and without you guys, this show is not possible. And I keep on telling you guys, please go on over and support the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is Sports Frenzzyy. Just go and type it, and it's Frenzzyy with 2Z and 2Y at the end. So that is FRENZZY. Please go over there and support it, man. Subscribe to the channel so you can view it from over there, so we can get more viewership as well. And please also follow the Facebook page, because we need the support. We really need the support. And I want to also say thanks to the man who makes this possible every night, Josh Carl. Thanks once again, producer, for getting different people, because our viewers keep on asking for more fresh faces. They love to see the diversity that we have on this show. And I just want to say thank you again, Bossman, for making this possible. And again, thank you to the viewers. Thank you to Curtis for passing through for the first time, being hiding away from the show, but he ended up passing through. Jason, Respect again. Corey, respect, and Bones. Take up on yourself, boss. Until next time, peace out. Take